how religion and leftist ideology have fueled conflicts around the world. Over the last 50 years, many of the world's most violent conflicts, from civil wars to genocides, have been driven by two powerful forces: religious ideology and leftist ideology, like socialism or communism. Sometimes, these beliefs are used to unite people, but just as often, they're used to divide, control, or justify violence. Let's walk through some of the most important examples by continent and break down, in plain language, how these ideologies helped cause war. Let's begin in Africa. Let's start in Rwanda. In 1994, over 800,000 people were murdered in just 100 days. This was an ethnic genocide, Hutus against Tutsis, but behind the scenes, a dangerous ideology was at work. The government used hate speech, fear, and propaganda to turn neighbors into killers. And shockingly, some members of the Catholic Church even helped enable the violence. In Sudan, the north, mostly Muslim and Arab, tried to force Islamic law on the mostly Christian and animist south. That led to 2 long civil wars and, eventually, the breakup of the country. In the Central African Republic, religious tensions exploded. A Muslim rebel group took power. In response, Christian militias formed. What followed were massacres, ethnic cleansing, and brutal religious violence. And in Nigeria, Boko Haram, a radical Islamic group, declared war on the government and the people. Their goal? Replace modern society with extreme religious rule. They've bombed schools, churches, and mosques and kidnapped hundreds of girls. Moving to the Middle East. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is deeply tied to religion. Both Jews and Muslims claim the same land as sacred. Over the years, that's turned into decades of war, blockades, uprisings, and airstrikes. In the 1980s, Iran and Iraq fought a brutal war. Saddam Hussein led secular Iraq. Iran had just had an Islamic revolution. They each saw the other as a threat to their survival and to their ideology. The war in Syria started with protests against a dictator, but soon it split into a battlefield of ideologies. Assad's regime was backed by socialist principles and secularism. The rebels included Islamist extremists, foreign fighters, and pro-democracy forces. Iran, Russia, Turkey, and the US all took sides. Now Asia. In Afghanistan, the Soviets invaded in 1979 to support a communist government.